My form is good. I like how I play at the moment. I just won a Mosconi tournament in Estonia.
I think he's a former Euro Tour winner, former World Cup of Pool winner, so he's a very good player, very experienced, so expecting a tough match.
Well, I haven't seen him play that much, so I don't know that much about him. One time in World Cup of Pool with his partner, but that's about it. This is my first chance to play in Masters, so it would be very, very good to win the tournament, like first time.
The biggest tournament in the world, I think, for on the pool calendar. Everyone look forward to it.
Makkonen against Sajich. Carl Boys has made his way into the commentary box alongside Alex Lely.
So Petri Makkonen and Justin Sajich. Makkonen from Suomi, meaning Finland, and Sajich from Australia. Race to 7, with Makkonen surely being the favorite. Former winner of the World Cup of Pool, another Matchroom event when he was pairing with Mika Immonen. And Sajich unknown to many people, but I saw him play in Shanghai last year with James Delahanty. They were doubling and beating Russia. He can definitely play. Carl Boyes, you're back here.
Petri Makkonen to break.
Ready
Yes.
for some punditry.
As you said, Alex, there, he comes from the English 8-ball world, does Justin. Lives in Australia. I'm the same as you. I did watch the World Cup and the match he played in, where they beat Russia, and I think he's a good curist, to be honest. So I don't think this match is as one-sided as what I've heard people talk about, to be honest.
Dry break from Makkonen. It depends on how this match develops. Is it going to be an open running game, or is there going to be a lot of shot selection and analysis involved? That's where Makkonen's experience would come into play.
Yeah, the early start of this match will give us an indication on Justin's game.
Using the 6 and 9.
It's quite an easy safety shot there, but you know, you've still got to get there. Petri goes for the jump cue.
Many jumps have been flying in today. Even if he were to make the 1, don't see him get position on the 2.
No, and this will be some jump shot.
He's playing well, Makkonen. He just
Attention
won
call.
a Mosconi Cup event for the ranking, Mosconi Cup ranking. He won in Tallinn, Estonia, beating Kazakis in the final. And actually, Kazakis would be his opponent if he were to win this match.
Oh, shot. Ball in hand.
Well, he didn't even manage to get over the 9-ball there.
Yeah, surprisingly. Now with
Stop
ball
copy.
in hand, the route to the 2 ball is very difficult. I'm sure he'll consider going for another foul. He can snooker behind the 4 and sending the 1 towards the 2. In 9-ball, if you force 3 consecutive fouls of your opponent, you win the rack automatically. You're very offensive, Carl. Hey, you go for offense if it's there. Would you attack the 2 if it's cuttable?
Yeah, I do believe he's had a look, and I think if he can get the cue ball around the middle of the table, I do believe it's a thin cut down. Or maybe he was looking at the line. It's a fair effort, to be honest. Clearly it didn't go, or he wasn't happy. So he tried to bump it out, and it's been a little bit unfortunate there.
So he'll play safety. He can bank the 2 ball across table to the 2nd long rail and then towards the 4, and maybe even stun the cue ball to get closer to the 7. Nicely done.
Just like that.
Playing the 1 row kick. It's very reactive on this cloth. Need to be super precise on the cue ball. take note how he chose to play it. He recognized that it wasn't a position to really make a move, to play an effie, an F-raise type of kick shot. Just made sure to hit the ball. Stunning it.
Now I do believe it's not finished up too bad here. Looks like he's got a natural angle. Well, it did. That's a bit of a bad miss there.
Yeah, it looked like he pulled the trigger too quick. Like half a snatch. Two to the side or to the corners makeable, but very difficult to get to the three. He can thin and go behind the 7.
It's a very attacking shot he's played there.
Yeah, I like it though. It was sitting nicely. His main objective was to control the rock, the cue ball. He has played a lot together with Mikko Immonen, and that's Immonen's type of game.
Needs to be quick here because he's not got an extension left. Didn't really have time to line this shot up.
Oh, that's unfortunate. The 2-9 is on. It's still missable. Anything is possible, but most likely first point on the board for the Finn. And that's it. A rack with twists and turns. Now, in this afternoon, there was a moment when Ushin was playing the Luna. Ushin came to the table to look at the position, and he brought his jump cue. Being experienced, knowing that the shot clock is on, he just took it in case he decided to play the jump shot. Something to take note of.
Yeah, you see that happen a lot in the Moscow, and if you feel like there's a chance you snookered, you grab all your cues and you just get over there. And when you're there, you just throw them on the floor like ready to shoot, just to save a few seconds on the shot clock.
So Nigel Rees trying to get that diamond shape as tight as possible. Now Makkonen told me he thanked his victory in Tallinn in the Estonian Open to his break. It was working very well. It's a very powerful break.
Yeah, now we've just witnessed it. Three balls, sorry Alex, 3 balls on the break.
Yeah, he needs to play a push out here. And anytime you play a push out, you're at a disadvantage. So if that 7 is blocked by the 8 ball, for me, that would be a good thing if I were to play the push out. He's not playing a push.
I think he can see it, you know. I think he's got the potting angle. Yeah.
Well, smart way to miss the shot. Make it or miss it thin. The 6, 7 and 8 all grouped on the right hand side of the table. A lot of ball to find cover behind. I don't know if I like this.
Extension call.
Yeah, I think I'd be ducking here.
You know, banking is fine, but this bank, he's cutting it a lot, which makes it difficult to guesstimate the the turn that will be put on the 2-ball. Anytime you cut the ball, there's friction-induced throw. And often enough, it'll go short.
Yeah, I'm all for attacking, but like you said, it didn't seem a natural bank shot. You know, he was cutting it back. The 6 was always covering a little bit of the pocket as well.
That's a clean hit. He won one of the World Pool Series events, organized in New York by Darren Appleton. He's won the World Cup of Pool. He's a Euro Tour winner, but still, for me, he's one of the players on the Euro Tour, on the European Tour, that has underperformed just a bit. Such a strong player. I really believe he has it in him to make the next step. Who knows, this week.
And as you said before, a former World Cup of Pool winner with Mika Immonen.
Yeah, it wasn't a one-off. I mean, they went deep a couple of times.
Yeah, I think they might have lost in the final, didn't they?
Yeah, against the Polish. And third once.
Yeah, me and Darren. We played him in the semis, I remember that one.
2-0.
Two racks to nil.
Yeah, I was speaking about Shane's break, but I did forget about Petri. Like you said, he's another one who can give him a good crack.
Look at that. Beautiful.
The 9 was tracking towards the corner.
Now, I see value in attacking the 2-ball, even if he wouldn't have a full pocket available. You try to squeeze by the 9, and if you would hit the 9, you probably get a safety. Because you'll move the 9 towards the 3 and the 2 behind the 3 and 9. Or you go for the money right away. Beautiful, Karen.
Yeah, he judged that really well.
Oh,
Victor.
man.
Soft.
Maybe he studied Shane.
I was a bit like you, I think, in the cut as well, but he hit that so pure.
Yeah, good stuff by Makkonen. Looking very, very determined. And he's up 3-0 in his opening match, in his debut in the World Pool Masters. We'll be back shortly after the break for Rec 4.
Thank you, rack 4. Petri Makkonen to break, leading 3 racks to nil.
The big man breaking off in rack 4. Looking to copy his previous breaks. A lot of impact. Trying to control the cue ball and park it center table. So Sajich, now the Oceania 10-ball champion, back to the table.
Look at all the balls up the top end of the table.
Bit of a puzzle. He's studying if the 3-ball would pass the 8. When played at moderate speed, he can play it into the long rail. Even if he wouldn't have a full pocket, it will slide in. Now with the slight angle that he has on the 2-ball, he can choose to play differently. He's now looking at a 3-8 combination. I'd rather try sneak behind the 3 than go for the 3-8 combination.
I think the 3
Extension call.
does pass the 8, you know.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah, from where I'm sat in the box, I could kind of see it. I think it'll just go off the rail, especially on this brand new table. It'll just slide in.
Yeah, but if it's not on, would you play for the 3-8 combination? This is on.
Yeah,
This is on for sure.
The key to this shot is just don't hit it super hard. I'm not saying he's gonna, but you've got to give the pocket a chance for it to fall.
This is on. He doesn't need to play the 3-8 combination. Sure. Now there's a passage for the 4. He missed the 2 to the side pocket. And he missed the bank. That's what he has done wrong. Now dishing this table make it easier to forget those mistakes.
Kept having a look at that 4, didn't he?
Tricky, this. I think the answer is to not try to get too close to the 6. This is fine.
Do you know, Alex, I like a little bit more angle on this shot, me. The bigger the angle, the better, I prefer. I feel like now he's got to hit this a little bit too hard. Or would you risk spinning it round the table?
Oh no, not me. Not on a TV table. He's going forward.
Yeah, he's forgot to put the side on that. And this was all caused by the poor positional error on the 5.
Safety is very difficult from here. The bank can be made. The bank can be made. He can avoid the kiss. Well, he played it as good as he could have. And lucky there to freeze the cue ball on the 8. Making the cueing that bit harder. Do you play containing safety here or you go all in?
To be honest, I was never very
Extension
good
called.
at bridging over the ball.
Yeah, so what do you do then? Do you try and limit the risk? Or do you shove all your chips in?
I think it's a difficult shot, even a safety, so...
Yeah, that's what I mean. A difficult safety or a difficult attacking shot?
I think if it's a difficult safety shot, you may as well attack, can't you?
Yeah, that's what I mean, yeah. Die ducking rather than No, die shooting rather than ducking.
Yeah, he's played like a containing safety.
Very good shot.
Good shot. But Justin does have a chance here of getting another good snooker back.
Now, if he focuses on the cue ball to play it tight against the 8, the 7 is going to be slow. Do you play the 7 more than the cue ball?
Well, you've got to get a good 7, haven't you? You can't just rely on a good cue ball. Well, he's judged that really well. He's done it all.
Well, yeah, actually he did both. So the shot was on. Couple of good shots by Sajich.
This is a very, very difficult hit as well. Because I think he's the 9 ball causing problems.
He's opening the angle with left spin. Needs to watch out to not touch the 8. Oh, this is good. Very good attempt by Makkonen.
Foul shot, ball in hand.
And he was always a big underdog to get that hit on the
Start
7.
clock, please.
Ball in hand. 3 balls to open his account in the World Pool Masters.
All this from the good safety shot on the 7 ball to give him ball in hand.
Straight shooter, as long as he can punch the ball. When he fell short on the 7, we could see that, you know, doesn't come natural to spin the ball. But these last 3 balls he cleared with ease and caution, and in so doing has his first point on the board. Nigel Rees to wreck the balls, and Justin Sajich gets to have a crack at the balls. Yeah, that'll be in the short list of best safeties in the tournament.
From the good safety shot.
I think Sajich is a bit in the same boat as Kelly Fisher. Fisher played, you know, she played all right. She didn't do a lot wrong against Shane, but she just doesn't have the break that Shane has.
No, I mean, obviously she got off to a wonderful start in that match, but she didn't really get to shoot again at an open ball. We're going to get a little look at Justin's break now.
Okay,
The
rack 5.
2-time World Pool Masters
Starts
winner.
to break, trading 1 rack to 3.
He'll be back tomorrow in round 2. Now Justin needs a big break. Oh, that's, you know, not a big break, but solid. Good acceleration.
Yeah,
And good action on the balls.
made the wing ball and the 1 ball there. But more importantly, he does have a shot on this 2 ball.
You can play this without spin, just plain ball and come across. There's no risk of scratch.
I feel this is one of them shots that you can easily hit the side rail. You know, it's that type of shot, isn't it, Alex, where you just always seem to catch that side rail. Justin doesn't know. Heart of the pocket.
Well, actually, you know, him being from English 8-ball, you guys, because you have an English 8-ball background, I think in general you guys are better at hitting plain ball. Like when you came on the tour on the scene, and Darren Appleton, and especially you two actually, if you play English 8-ball, you play many crunch shots.
That is correct.
Just hitting plain ball, trusting the natural path of the cue ball. There's no room to spin the ball and play an extra 2 rails for the cue ball.
Yeah, and I think before it proved when Justin had the 6 ball, like you say, he just didn't seem to hit it the correct way to spin it out, as where, you know, somebody like Shane, they spin that ball out at ease.
Extension called.
But this is the kind of shot where you expect him to be pretty good at, because this is
just a punch.
Yeah, just a punch stun shot off the side cushion. Just like that.
Well, don't you feel that in English 8-ball you play more crunch shots because there's so little room for your cue ball? You're more under the gun, less opportunity to let the stroke out?
Yeah, it's just all little, you know, you pick your pattern in 8-ball and you just stun the cue ball around. That's the best phrase to put it as well. With this game, like you say, you give yourself more opportunities. So what might seem more like a flamboyant shot, it sort of isn't a flamboyant shot, is it?
It's a nicer way to strike the ball.
Yeah, you're giving yourself better options. But back to the match, this rack will get him back in this match from 3-0.
Very solid ball striker. Taking full advantage of that effective break. Sajich having a say in this 7th match of today. Break and run. Just trailing now by 1 rack. Now the nice thing for me with this format where the rack is hand racked by the referee is that there's an inconsistency. So sometimes a softer break will work, other times it won't. And now I hope for Sajich that the same speed, like that medium plus, just a solid hit, not doing too much, is going to work again.
Yes, and the reason for any novice pool fans out there is because the balls are not touching. So the little gaps in between certain balls will always cause the balls to break different.
Now, if the players break from the side,
Thank you, rack 6.
he's breaking from the right
Decides to
side.
break, trailing 2 racks
Our
to
right,
3.
his left. He's aiming to make the corner ball, the orange corner ball, or the one in the side pocket. Corner ball. 1 ball nearly made it. We have a match.
Yeah, it's working that break, isn't it? Cue ball's tight on the rail.
Yeah, this is a crunch shot. Or slow roll it. Or play with topspin and speed if he has a bit of an angle. Or jack up and try and fire the ball in.
One thing you've got to do here is make sure you are still on the shot. Yeah.
How you like that one? Beautiful shot.
Yeah, I was watching him. Very still on the shot. He's a nice cueist. He's Justin.
Weighing up the options. What angle to leave himself on the 3?
Yeah, do you like just sort of middle of the
Extension call.
table and play the 4 thin?
Oh. Well, maybe, you know, I would like to get a little more towards center table so I can draw the cue ball all the way back down to the right side of the 4. But it's difficult to get there.
Yeah, from the 2.
He's keeping it. He's keeping it simple. It's not going to be easy the next shot because he needs to maneuver around the 7 and 8. It's a very narrow window between the 7 and 8, and I don't think he can dig deep enough in the cue ball to go between the 8 and 9.
And he's forgot to pot the ball.
Yeah, so in hindsight, either like this and leave yourself a cut shot on the 4, or maybe force draw on the 2.
Yeah,
Get yourself to the right side of the table.
you were that concerned
Extension called.
of position. He's forgot to pot the 3, hasn't he?
Now a big shot for Makkonen. This is a very big shot.
Yeah, jacked up. Going to try and spin this 3 in and draw all the way down table.
Don't hit it too hard. Get that rotation on the ball. Oh, nice try. Nice try, I'm saying, because I don't think he has a shot on the 4.
It's a thin one if he does. Pretty good effort, as you say.
Oh, yeah.
That kind of shot can make you look a bit foolish or like a genius.
Oh. Oh, he's playing good. I always think it's practically most important what happens in the chair. So he made a good start. Then he was sat in the chair for a little bit. He comes back and he's playing great shots.
I think he's hooked himself here, though. I think he's hooked himself.
That's amazing.
Such a bad shot. He's got such a big window to land in.
He played the 3, super shot. He played the 4, great shot. He was out.
Yeah, look at all the space he had to land in there.
Now he can easily make full contact on the 7 and stick the cue ball there.
Yeah, he's used his other hand, and it was a relatively easy kick shot just to leave the cue ball there and get distance, and he's made a mess of that one. Just missed one in this pocket, so you'd be happy to see that one disappear.
Yeah, as long as he can punch the ball, play anything between soft medium and medium hard speed, he's fine. He shoots as straight as anybody. Ooh, and mark that one down, that positional error by Petri Makkonen. I was just lauding how he came back to the table. And he did play good for 2 shots, but then he let Sajich back in, who levels the score at 3-3 in this race to 7. Good stuff by Sajich, and we'll be back after the break with Rack 7.
Thank you, Rack 7. Justin Sajich to break 3-3.
The before last match of the opening day in the World Pool Masters, the 26th edition. And Oceania 10-ball champion Justin Sajich is making a good showing. From 3-0 down, he has leveled the score. And the past 20-30 minutes, he's been the better player. He's in it to win it.
And as you see, the 1 ball is over the side pocket, but if it's touching the knuckle, has he got angle to come up?
Why? There is an exhibition shot he could play. Oh, he had the angle. He had the angle. He had the angle. So now a very big shot coming up. Needs to get on the right side. He needs to cross the line between the 4 and 8.
Extension call.
So if he crosses this line between the 4 and 8, he'll be on the correct side of the 4. If he doesn't get there, he'll have a hard time to get from the 4 to the 5. He's run short. The only good news is that he's close and pretty straight. So it'll be easy to draw in between the side pocket and the 8 to get to the right side of the 5. But to judge it, to leave himself on the shot on the 5.
That was a nice shot.
Oh, that was a nicer shot. He did find a way to get to the left side of the 5.
Yeah, he's like delayed the screw back to find the angle. I was the same as you. I thought he was just going to pull it back, play the 5 across table.
Yeah, this is like English 8-ball players are very good around the center of the cue ball. This was a stun draw with side spin. Was very easy on that stroke to hit it too low, the cue ball. And all day I've been telling people, I said, listen, Sajich is a good player. Yeah, Makkonen, favorite, blah, blah. He's here for a reason, Justin Sajich. Same as next match, Matt Edwards against Chris Melling.
Yeah, Matt's a very good player, improving all the time.
Striking the balls with a lot of confidence.
Petri did have his chance though. Go back to when he hooked himself behind the 9.
Now this type of shot, I've missed this because you can play it in 2 ways. You can hit low left and go deep into the corner, or just with a floating cue ball and a bit of left, go a bit longer.
He'll float it without doubt.
Like so.
Have a little bit of a wobble though.
Yeah. Well, that's a break and run. He's being very productive on the break, applying pressure and picking the fruits of it. Making Makkonen pay double for his mistake.
As we see there, Petri sporting a very unusual Under Armour type top there. 1 sleeve.
A gladiator look. Well, it is a fight here in the arena in the Tercentenary Hall near Victoria Stadium. The underdog being up 1 rack, 4-3 in a race to 7 and breaking. That's big.
Thank you, rack 8. Justin Sajich to break, leading 4 racks to 3.
So on his last pullback, he makes a little movement backward with his body and then delivers.
And I tell you what, the break's working for him, you know.
Oh, does it?
Obviously, we've got 3 referees here this week, and they're obviously rotating the matches themselves, so there will be something in that as well. Obviously, Nigel Rees is reffing this match, and his rack is certainly helping Justin.
So for the 2-9 combination, he would like to get close to the 2. Doesn't need to be in the perfect line as long as he's close. But with the angle he had on the 1,
Extension called.
he couldn't draw the cue ball in a straight line towards the 2.
Do you know, Alex, I hate this type of shot, mate.
Well, it's an
honestly.
ugly shot. Look, he needs to bridge over the 7.
Yeah, I've missed this.
It's the
by a
type of
week.
shot you don't want to attack, but you have to.
Yeah, I think Shane's very good at this type of shot.
It's very inviting to just warp it. Played with a lot of speed. Thereby quickly decreasing the efficiency. Oh, oh, what a shot. Hey. That was a shot.
That was a great shot. Hit with control. Didn't hit it too hard either, so confidently played.
Confident, yeah. Gave himself the best chance to make that difficult combination. Wow. Keeping Petri confined to his chair. He was up 3-0, losing 5 on the spin. He's in a jam. He is in a jam.
Yeah, he was up 3-0. He was up 3-2 when he hooked himself behind the 9. And from then on, Justin has played really good.
It's just, you know, it's such a mental game. He's in the chair, he gets back, and he made 2 great shots. He jacked up on a 3, there was a good shot. He cut the 4 ball in, there was a good shot. And then he released the tension. I'm there, I got this. Yeah, it's a brutal game.
And the way he's breaking,
Thank you, rack 9. Justin Sajich to break, leading 5 racks to 3.
Petri will be petrified.
So Sajich making the corner ball every time. The pink 4. Flying in. Flying in, and this 1 ball is sitting ready. So what's the route?
Yeah, there you see it again. The wing ball goes in. And 1 ball, it's the middle jaws, stays in this area, so he's got a shot at it.
He will always need to negotiate the 7 ball coming off of the 2, going towards the 3. Unless he's straight enough on the 2. Now he can choose. He can try and go past the 7 or just stay above the 9. Get back to where he's now.
Yeah, I think my personal preference would be to get back over in a similar position to where the cue ball is now.
Players will look for margin when playing position, when playing defense. And the margin is there on the left side. Will be a somewhat longer shot on the 3. But a guaranteed position. This is no good.
Yeah, a little bit straight there.
Little.
Can he draw this in between the 6 and the 7?
Make sure to make the ball.
Well, I don't know if has he played for the bank or has he forgot to screw back? What's going on there, Alex?
Well, we'll need to ask him later. He's still in a good spot.
Well, the bank doesn't go. I can only
No,
think
no,
he's tried
bank
to-
doesn't go, but in a good spot safety-wise. He has a lot of ball to hide behind.
He must have tried to draw the cue ball back there and just hit it all wrong. Yeah, that's pretty good. He'll be happy with that one.
Very nice shot, leaving the 5 in the middle of the table.
And this is a crucial part of the match now for Petri. He's obviously got a kick at this. Easy ball to hit, but where do you go safe? And at 5-3 down, something needs to happen good for him here. That's why he's hit it with speed. Wow, what a roll.
Just part of the game.
Sometimes you've got to do that though, because there was nothing kind of obvious on, like an easy kick safe, so he's just tried to make something happen.
Yeah, give speed, make the balls move. Trying to find the pocket.
Now he's got to play this one in the side, and it's a blind pocket.
With the soft stun, he can get the cue ball towards the 8.
Yeah, well, I was just going to say that. Would you try and bump the 8 a little bit?
Yeah, I think that's the nicest stroke.
Yeah.
It's the one stroke that you can, that allows you to hit it a little bit.
And in doing so, he would hopefully knock the 8 a little bit down towards this pocket. Oh, he's been a bit unlucky there. Just left himself jacked up, as we called.
That's how it is, right? You're there, and then all of a sudden the little things go wrong. Nothing comes easy. Stun the cue ball. He has a natural path to the middle of the short rail. And bounce back out towards the 8.
Yeah, didn't deliver the cue through there. It happens a lot. It's like deceleration.
So he lucked the 4 ball in on the kick, but he has failed to capitalize on that. Now 3 balls for Sajich to get to the hill. Won't hit this hard. He cannot hit this hard. Some players on purpose will even hit it a little thick in the pocket to get a little more flash on the 8 ball.
What a turnaround we've had here from 3-0 up. Looking good, breaking good. That little error when he hooked himself behind the 9, the match has turned around. Justin has played great, and he's 6-3 up.
Yeah, he's coming with the shots. He's not setting 1 foot wrong. Being very productive on the break and holding serve every time. 6 on the spin for Justin Sajich, needing just 1 more to advance to the second round for a match with Kazakis from Greece.
Rack 10, Justin Sajich to break, leading 6 racks to 3.
Leading 6 racks to 3 and needing 1 rack to get to 7 and advance and cause the biggest upset of the tournament so far.
Who is waiting for the winner of this match?
Alex Kazakis.
Alex Kazakis.
For me, one of the most underrated players in the game. Many people know how strong he is, but more people don't realize that. Former #1 in the world he is.
And there you see the wing ball going again, but this time, as you can see, the blue 2 ball is tied up. So there's a bit of life left for Petri.
The only natural route that I see for Sajich is to play topspin with a bit of left to come around the 5 and track towards the 7. And just make sure you see part of the 2 and go from there. Otherwise, there's no use attacking the shot.
Extension.
Extension call.
That shot is on, and alternatively he could play a safety. Hit the right side of the 1 and stun behind the 5. But I wouldn't like sending the 1 ball down and exposing the 1, because the counter safety would be very available. So he just wants to see the 2. Oh.
Wow.
How's that for a roll?
Yeah, that is unbelievable.
And he's gonna lock him up. Only worry for Sajich is the 6 ball. Stop shot on the 2 will send the 2 towards the 6. So he can try to miss the 6 with the bank, or just leave it like that and make sure to stick behind the 9. A soft stop shot.
He needs this to run on because he's left it. Yeah, he had a nice roll on the 1 ball, and he's not made use of that. You can see there fuming with himself.
Yeah, missed opportunity.
I actually was going to suggest a bank shot, you know, on the 2 ball.
Of course you were.
To make the 2 though.
Yeah.
No, I was, because I thought there was a way of playing like a 2-way with a 9.
Extension called.
But this is not easy, is it, Alex, to get on this 4 ball from here?
It's all about the thickness of the hit on the 2. Oh, beautiful.
I'll tell you what, if he's on that,
Yeah.
that is a brilliant shot.
So easy to get offline there.
Yeah, that could have ended up anywhere.
Anywhere. Hit it thin in the pocket, hit it thick.
And he is on it. Oh, is it going to go behind the 6? He's all right.
Now the same thing happened here to Makkonen as to Sajich when he played the 1 and ran into the 5. On this TV table you can't overhit the ball, you can't power it, because then the spin doesn't take effect on the rail. You need to play with soft hands. Caress the ball more than power it.
See, what Petri's got to do here is he's just got to keep the pressure on, because even though Justin's played pretty good, he has still missed a couple of balls, and the closer he gets, the pressure will be turned up a notch or 2. So this match is definitely not over.
Oh, this is open. Makkonen needs to play well and get lucky once.
Yeah, this is not over by any stretch.
He has a tattoo on his lower arm, Makkonen. Errare humanum est. To flaw is human. And he has flawed in rack 6. But he can still make amends. Can still get back in this match. He wins rack 10. And if only he can copy the hit and the speed and the acceleration of Sajich's break, then we could be in for a suspenseful finish. So what do you think, Carl? Is he going to stick to his power break, or is he going to copy try to copy Sajich's break?
I think he's going to copy Sajich. I think he's going to play a hard cut, try and make the wing ball himself. He'll have spotted that the wing ball is flying in off a Nigel Rees rack.
A Nigel Rees rack.
Yeah.
Rack 11.
Thank you, rack 11. Petri Makkonen to break. Trailing 4 rocks to 6.
The chase. Can he continue the chase?
There you see. And yeah, he does have a shot on the 2, but this is not easy because of where the 3 ball is.
Now, a couple of times today you've made more than clear that you believe in offense in 9 ball. Of course, it depends on what you have, the position that you get this type of shot. Do you soft roll?
I think you kind of have to, but it's a horrible shot.
If you overcut, it's an easy safety.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just one of them where you want to stroke it, but you can't, can you, because of the position. What he has done, he's left a glorious chance for Justin to win his first ever match in the World Pool Masters. The only slight problem you may see is it a 5 to a 7 ball? Is that?
That's it. So the key shot for me here is the 4. If he plays a good shot on the 4 and gets close to the 5, preferably even with the right angle, he's favourite to win from here. I'd rather be close to the 5 than have the correct angle actually. Oh, this is speedy, but perfect.
Yeah, it's actually worked out pretty good.
Now, if you try to get on the right side of the 5, I'd be slightly concerned about hooking myself behind the 8 ball. This is the shot.
Don't think that's too bad, you know. I think he can follow the cue ball through here, and I think he'll probably play off 1 rail and just try and come down.
He'll be guaranteed to have a shot.
Extension called.
Anywhere kind of in this circle would be lovely.
Lovely, but even finishing a bit shorter, closer to the side pocket, he would still have a shot. The only thing is that, like powering with topspin, in the beginning of the match he fell short on the 7, and in English 8 ball they hit the ball low.
He's used the 2nd rail, which is not a bad option.
Yeah, it's a good shot.
I think he's put it right in the circle as well. He's perfect, you know. Is it that good?
Was a rack and match-winning shot. He has it won, he still needs to win it. Drive the 3 final nails in Makkonen's coffin.
Yeah, I'll be delighted where the cue ball finished there. Well, that had a little wobble. So is there still a bit of life left in this rack, you know?
Now a positive stroke is low right, get to the left side of the 9. Or divide the weight over 2 shots. Just stroke it in and leave a longer cut on the 9. Positive stroke. Good stuff, very good stuff by Justin Sajich. Now he can get the cheese. From 3-0 down. Oh, what a big miss. What a big miss.
Yeah, he's missed the money ball there. Oh. Wow.
Makkonen is getting a lifeline here.
Yeah, but you've still got to knock this 9 in. You've got to play this kind of slowish on these tables. I cannot believe the pace he's played that.
Nor can he.
Do you know, I think when people play it at that pace, I think it's because they're scared of the shot, mate. They think they're playing it confidently, but the confident way to play that is just cue it, because on a TV table, you don't have to hit the heart of the pocket.
I was thinking about Judd Trump's yellow against Ronnie O'Sullivan in the past tournament. I think he decided at the last instant to power the shot. A big miss by Sajich, but a bigger miss by Makkonen, who failed to capitalize there. Overall, still, Justin Sajich from Australia has played a great match. He was down 3-0, fought his way back into the match, applying pressure and getting paid for it. He advances to round 2, where he will be up against Alex Kazakis from Greece.
Justin Sajich, the latest man through to the last 16 of the World Pool Masters, but I wonder what was going through his head when he missed the 9 ball there. We're about to ask him, and I wonder what was going through his head when that happened in the next shot. Going to speak to Justin in just a moment, but he is the 3rd player through this evening. Brilliant match that. 7-4 against Petri Makkonen. He joins Eklund Kachi and Shane Van Boning from this evening's session into the last 16. And Justin is here right now, so you know what I'm going to ask you first. What was going through your mind when you missed that 9 ball?
Would I get another chance? And I was just hoping for another chance, and I couldn't believe it came so early. So, very lucky.
Well, it's definitely a thrilling finish. Let's have a look at it again, because it's certainly not a straightforward shot, is it? Especially when, surely, there were nerves.
Oh, it's a bit of a gimme, really, but the nerves got to me there, a little bit of pressure out there. But started with a poor miss and ended with a poor miss, but yeah, very lucky to get through.
Well, you obviously couldn't hear what the commentators were saying throughout the game. What they said was, do not underestimate Justin Sajich, because you were the underdog in this one, but they were absolutely right to say don't underestimate you.
Oh, that's right. It's 9 ball. It's you see the break then was really working well there. The wing ball was going in every time, and just the way the ball sat, that was really nice, and just fortunate to put a few frames together and put a bit of pressure back on, and yeah, as I said, I was lucky to get that last frame.
Well, they were also praising your breaking as well. Is that a real forte of yours?
Just the table's been breaking differently all day, and I was just fortunate. Nigel was racking them pretty good, and they were just wide to the corner, so I was pretty lucky. Well,
2018 was a good year for you, wasn't it? First Australian to win in a World Cup of Pool match. That was against Russia, wasn't it? I mean, 2019 could be pretty good if you can go far in this competition.
Yeah, that would be amazing, and the more opportunities we get, we're just so grateful to be exposed to these big tournaments. It's a dream come true, and it's awesome.
Justin, congratulations. We will speak to you again. Okay, one more match this evening. We've got Chris Melling against Matt Edwards.